themanchurch.com. So, Bubba, we were so much to look back over the last 31 years. 8 shows remain. BigHeadChuck has made his way to the studio today. BigHeadChuck, what year did you start being part of what we're doing here? But when did BigHeadChuck arrive on the scene?
95, 96.
Oh, wow, early.
Pretty quick. These are a little tight, by the way.
On your head?
Yeah. It's cutting off circulation.
So Chuck's one of the few, I guess only 2 people we could document had a bigger head than I did.
I was the first, though.
Yeah, you were the first. Neil Cavuto was
Big Head Challenge.
You
won. Tuscaloosa.
We had no winners, and then all of a sudden one day a guy walked up with this head. And those of you that are watching on YouTube, I mean, if you can get it in the screen, and then
why do they call him Big Head?
When they refer to you as Big Head,
I don't understand.
Yeah, so those headphones, by the way, they'll be a little stretched after today.
Y'all were the one that gave me the nickname. We were in Tuscaloosa at Guthrie's on 15th Street.
Yeah,
and I walked up to Bubba and I said, "How big's your head?" And his face just turned beet red, and he goes, "Well, we don't have a tape measure." So I pulled out a tape measure and I said, "Challenge is on.
Let's go.
Let's get it."
His is like an 8, and mine is an 8 1/4.
Yeah,
Nice.
There is not a baseball hat that I can wear.
No, BigHeadChuck. And then,
we had a sponsor and still deal with them to some degree even now. Big Head Caps in Nashville.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had to go to a
purchased hats from
special.
them.
I mean, at one point I thought I was going to have to get guy wires from
no.
hold it up.
Yeah,
How big was Neil's? I can't remember. It's the best of. I'll try to play it during the break.
It's
Do you
somewhere in
remember?
there.
Yeah, he's in that 8 1/4 area.
Yeah, I don't think he beat BigHeadChuck, but he was a little bit bigger than Bubba.
Okay.
Yeah. Some big noggins there.
Some big noggins. Yes.
I'm so sorry, but for some reason I had to know: does Shaq have a bigger or smaller head? And Shaq has a smaller head.
No, he does not.
How do you judge Shaq's head size?
Sorry. I just
Yeah,
entered.
where do you find that online?
I mean, how reliable is that
I
source?
said Shaq head size, and it said Shaq is a 7.5.
Oh, that's kind of a small head for that body.
Yeah,
that's smaller than
I
mine.
think I don't. That
I'm
that
a 7
either-
3/4.
Something ain't right with that measurement.
I'm
what AI
in
said.
construction, and I have to have a special hard hat.
But Greg Burgess,
Nice.
Bill
What
Bush.
do you wear a
bet it
bucket
looks
or
like
what
a
do you?
beanie.
You just put a
Close to
bucket on or what?
It's close to a
A
bucket.
wash bucket.
You put a strap on a bucket. Just
Like
put
a
it on
beanie.
you so you look
Look
like the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Did they just go stand under the scaffolding? That's all we got.
It's got crank on the back of the head.
It does. It has a ratchet. It has a ratchet on the back. You
Oh, my gosh.
I know all about
What
that.
a head.
Listen, I got a pretty good sized head myself.
And what a gourd. Yeah, there's the only Speedy's got a small head in it.
Hey,
There's some pretty big heads.
I
in
think
it.
mine's
We
just kind of
think it-
normal. It's
We don't know
7
about
and-
Adler because he's got so much hair. We can't.
Yeah,
tell.
who knows what's under
mine's
there.
7.
I got a little bit of bowling pin head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not good.
So
Chuck, is your head still growing? Is it getting bigger? Do you know?
I think it is starting to shrink a little bit.
You want me to
Really?
measure it? I can measure it real quick.
No, that's okay.
Okay. All right.
yeah, what does take his word?
Over grader.
We'll take his word.
Well, I'm just saying we have a tape measure right there.
You don't want to see Speedy
do.
coming at you with a tape measure.
I'll tell you what's interesting.
Oh,
I've
no.
got the Speedy and I have
about the size of his
the yeah. Speedy and I have a perfect view right now. We literally we can literally compare the big boy statue's head to Chuck's. It's
Am I
sitting right-
blocking
Oh, yes.
Big Boy? Am I
Yeah,
blocking-
he's blocking Big Boy.
So
Big Boy's like, who's that?
you were talking, and he has a great memory. I'm not saying he's Patrick. Is it Caldwell? The historian.
Campbell, Patrick Campbell.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's Patrick Campbell.
Right.
But he's pulling some pretty strong details for some
Yeah,
things.
Chuck's thrown out a few stories in the break that I don't even remember, so I'm anxious to hear more.
So you were talking about some of your memories.
Well, being here today, I have been to every studio.
Okay, every single one of them.
Every single
Never
one.
missed
Probably
one.
the only person to do that besides y'all.
from Gadsden to here. I have been to every studio, and I've got to meet numerous stars, celebrities, comedians, and I do remember a Porter Wagner incident.
Oh, the Chuck.
We'll just pass. We'll just go
Was
on.
that with James Gregory?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
my
We'll-
God.
we'll-
James
we'll
didn't
just-
realize
That's
Mike was hot.
I'll never forget
That caused us to have to get a delay, by the way.
James Gregory's.
We went without one.
And he was
prior to
looking around because we had a fried turkey in here, I think.
that. Yes, and we were cutting it with a big hunting knife. I remember.
And he just lost all concept that we were on the air, and what he said about Porter Wagner, and then we were like, James,
you know
we're
you're on the air, James.
and he looked around, just still eating, says, "We better not be." Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I followed y'all. Mr. Lucky, I believe I went to probably 10 to 15 concerts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is back when I didn't have a Live for Children.
You were definitely the only person to ever do that. I
Yes.
can promise you that.
Yes.
And I hate to point out the obvious, and we do love you, okay? But you know,
And
what
I love y'all.
You know what he found out? If you'll bring ice cream, they'll let you come to.
Yes, that's exactly what you told me.
My
in the Tusk
favorite
Station.
memory is
Frosty.
Chuck started showing up with homemade ice
Do
cream.
you realize how much access
And he got
got?
dialed in on the Butterfinger ice cream.
Yes.
And
You do remember you ate like a half a gallon one day,
I know,
and the
I know.
last hour of the show, you laid there with your head up. This was before TV.
Right.
You laid with your head on the. You just
It was so good.
could not even speak.
But really, think about it. It
Pete.
sounds like that he had a backstage pass. You know why? He did.
Yeah,
He did.
sure
That's-
did.
I mean, if
It was an open invitation, and I took it.
Right. You did.
To me, one of the funnier ones too was we had Butterfinger ice cream that Chuck had made when we were at Gus Shores.
Yes.
And
so good.
we had like some cups with just maybe a little bit left over that we set on the floor when we went back on the air, and somebody had knocked them over, and I don't know, but there was melted Butterfinger ice cream on the floor, and the lady came from the zoo, and she'd brought
Patty.
tiger cubs.
Yeah.
Patty.
Yeah.
And there was 3 of them,
Yes.
and they got into that and started licking that up.
Yes,
and
they
then when
did.
she tried to pick them up, I'd never heard a cat that size growl like they did.
Well, and the courage you had to push them aside so you could get in.
Right, yeah. Hey, I was like,
that was what was impressive.
you know what I said? Just let them finish. Don't bother 'em.
All right, they said our YouTube numbers are going through the roof trying to see Chuck's head.
That's good.
We'll come back more with Big Head Chuck reminiscing over the last 31 years when the show continues right after this.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
So here we go, 6 minutes past the hour, a brand new hour. We thank you for being with us. Gift number 5, 12 working days of Christmas. Happening today, that number 629, We Be Big, for the contest and to be on the show. We had to do that because of the overwhelming response to the 12 working days of Christmas last year. Nearly shut everybody's system down. So the phone company assigned us our own special 12 working days of Christmas phone line. So that's there. As you heard everybody here today, we've been chatting with Big Head Chuck from the text line. I mentioned the Man Church conferences last year. Somebody said, is 14 too young for these conferences? I would say no. That's a perfect age. So people ask me that a lot of times when you get younger than that. 14 is an easy answer. But when you get down to like below 10, that's all you got to know your kid. But they got to be able to sit and be quiet during multiple messages throughout the weekend. So you have to make that own decision. But 14, that's an easy one. Big Head Chuck, you were telling us your memories,
And he's got a lot of room to store them.
yeah, he really does, Bubba. That head has got all the storage, and maybe that's why he can give us so many details. I don't know.
For the longest time, I thought that Big Head Chuck was Marshmallow when I first saw him perform because I thought, well, he'd need a 5-gallon bucket to fit his noggin in.
Yeah.
I know who Marshmallow is.
You do,
and I
right?
get it.
You don't know who Marshmallow is.
He's a DJ.
Yeah,
you know,
he's a DJ.
they stand up there and they play and they just do this the whole time. But he has a marshmallow head on.
Yeah, and what's
And
looks
it's
like
Which is a
5-gallon.
bucket turned
There he
upside
is.
down with a face on it.
Okay, that is funny.
Yeah.
That is
I
very
might
funny.
have a brother that I don't know about.
So other
He's got lights in it now. When it goes dark, his face lights up.
Yeah,
so.
yes, that's funny.
I mean, really, do you
high-tech
think he
now.
goes, hey, guys, I am packing stadiums wearing a bucket on my head,
They
playing
do.
somebody else's music.
Yeah,
I
can y'all
know.
can y'all
These-
give me a
these
high tech
DJs.
bucket?
And look, I do this every now and then.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Listen, you and his booking agent, it's funny because the discussion about him came up too long ago, and I had somebody that knew his booking agent actually just check to see, and it's a meal to get him out.
1 million?
Oh, yeah.
To get him
Yeah.
to come play songs?
He'll do 2 days in a row for 1.4.
My gosh, I was spinning hits and DJing the Silver Dollar for
Way less.
for
But Rick,
50
he
bucks
is
a week.
packing Miami Stadium, and it is standing room only. Have you seen the show The Lights and
I have.
everything?
I've
I
seen
mean,
him in different ones.
it'll almost give you a convulsion, even if you don't have a
Yeah,
sensitivity.
and
to it.
I know we sound like the crotchety old men now, but so people
I'm
are
hip to it.
people are packing out a stadium to sit and listen to a guy not do music, play music.
with a bucket on his
Yeah, they
head.
mix it
as a
and all
DJ,
that.
and they
Todd
And
Jones
his
went to a
identity
show.
secret.
so the mix,
Marshmallow?
their mixing abilities,
Boy,
what
Todd.
makes me pay to come see
I think
this?
it's just the whole presentation.
Right.
Adler, you got any marshmallow you can show them?
Yeah,
The Miami show look like?
But I'm not a band. I'm playing other people's music, correct?
I saw a
It's
documentary
part of it here,
on one of this guy, this Aoki guy, Steve Aoki
Yeah,
or something,
yeah.
and he gets like sheet cakes and throws them out in the audience and just does all kinds of
Look,
weird
there you see a little tiny right in the middle.
I see a catering event there.
There you go.
Yeah.
They need some Brunswick.
Yeah, he loves these music fests, and he'll go and
But
do some
I'm-
sets and
Look the
stuff.
bucket, Rick.
I don't.
There's Chuck.
Every
I
time
thought, is that Big Head Chuck?
Wow.
That would be that'd be the kind of
songs and all that
hat
stuff.
he would have to wear.
yeah.
Wow.
So Big Head Chuck, you got a lot of memories over
Yeah.
the years. So what are some other highlights? You mentioned Porter Wagner and James Gregory.
I've got three good memories and one bad memory.
Okay.
Oh no!
The one of the best memories is I went to a Mr. Lucky concert and I got there a little too early. I think I got there like 6 hours too early.
Well, there was such a crowd.
I misunderstood. So Bubba said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm just hanging out." And he goes, "You want to go to the house with me?" I'm
wow.
like, "Sure." So
Big-hearted Bubba.
got in his truck and we rode to his house.
Big hearted Bubba, big headed Chuck.
in
Riding the gun.
Jacksonville. And here's a little story that I've
Oh
never,
wow, it's the Jacksonville House. That's way back.
Jacksonville. And here's a little story I've never told anybody. I have a touch of narcolepsy.
Great.
I've always wanted to know somebody with that because I bet it's a lot of fun.
No, can I say this though? Someone
Just a
with
touch of it.
Just a touch of it.
someone with a head that big and has narcolepsy, isn't that dangerous? He could fall on you.
Yeah.
That head could come down and hit something.
But
anyway.
I went to Bubba's house and I'm sitting on the couch and I'm just sitting there and I doze off. Bubba's in the back doing something and all of a sudden Betty comes in and I'm asleep on her couch. And she walks
Big
in
guy.
and
She didn't even know who you are.
She never met Betty before and she's like, hello. I'm like, hey, I'm Big Head Chuck. And she goes,
How about that? Hey, hello, I'm Big
excuse
Head
me?
Chuck.
Excuse me?
It wasn't getting any better.
Bubba said I could sit on the couch. I'm with him, and she goes,
Granted, I am sleeping.
Bubba lets you in the house. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm okay. I'm from Coleman. I'm safe. It's all good. So
That was supposed to make him feel safe?
I was hoping something,
Right, yeah.
But so
It's right after that Betty insisted we get a gate.
he
in the
finally
fence.
yeah.
he finally came in and she gave him the stink eye. Wow.
Oh, wow.
So I
Not
think,
Betty. She's always happy.
No.
but Betty's always been nice to
Well,
me
for
ever
the most
since.
part.
Right.
Have you scared her? But
Right. In that same house, I remember one time there was a news anchor incident, but that was old. That's way back.
speaking of Buckethead,
And the fact that we were all there made that so much better. You know?
That is funny.
That was that same house, right? That was the Jacksonville house.
Yeah, I guess so.
I was at that party.
Yeah.
Another memory is before y'all had a
They're
website.
friends now. Too.
Yeah.
Before y'all had a website, nobody knew what y'all looked like.
Right.
So I think it was Cassio's first opening act at the comedy club, and I'm there for support for Cassio. Oh, and by the way, his first day in y'all studio, I was there.
Really?
Come on, man.
So I got to experience.
Okay.
He was sitting there holding his little piano, his little
Casio, yeah.
That was odd. But so we're at the comedy club and I see Bubba and he says, "Come over here and sit with me." So nobody knew what y'all looked like. People are coming in going, "Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba," and I said, "Bubba, they think I'm Rick," and he goes, "They'll never know the
Just
difference."
go with it.
So I got to live the life of Rick Burgess for about a couple hours.
You know what? You're a handsome fellow. It was probably an upgrade. So for
What
everybody.
do you go? How tall are you?
I'm 6'5". I was 6'6". I'm averaging 6'5" now. I weigh 320,
Okay.
and I was not this size in high school. I was very small in high school.
Really?
Even height wise,
Dang the luck.
And then this one,
Your son?
is
same way.
no,
Oh, he was big. from
he's
day
big.
one.
I mean, he was
Gotcha.
big since 6th grade. So
Yeah. So
The big kid that roughed the kids up.
Yeah,
Don't
so-
play too hard.
So you're giving us a lot of insight on things that people never even knew. So what's another one?
I was responsible for the capuchin monkey.
the one in
When the monkey went crazy, it had got in the ice cream.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
oh
And
It's one of the funniest things I think I've ever seen.
when
in
that monkey grabbed that woman by the ears and went to town.
Oh, he wrapped that hair.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, he did.
I mean,
It rains.
like a Singer sewing machine.
Oh,
I
my
mean, I've never
goodness.
seen anything like it.
Quick.
So it was you, huh?
That was me. And
The
then
speed.
one of my favorite, which was very awkward, was there was a certain comedian came in
Right. Okay.
and he had a touch of yuck mouth. I don't know if you want me to say his name. And
Yeah, I don't care.
it's Rodney Carrington.
Okay.
He came in studio and he came in and he was very nice and Rick was very nice to him and said, "Look, we're a high moral show. We don't use yuck mouth. Just try to keep."
That's
it
before Greg was on the show.
This was before Greg was
Way
on the
back
show.
before then.
But I go by a script. I only have so many a month.
And Rick said, just please keep it clean. And Rodney was like, got it. So they come back from break and Rick starts talking to him and all Rodney says is, yes, no, yes, no. Every question, he would not.
Really?
He would not open up. He was just, yes.
So you think he was offended by those
he must have been.
instructions?
Probably
bothered
so.
by it, yeah.
Probably so. But
He could
I
have
was
just told me that.
And then after it was over with, this was pre evangelistic. Rick, you were not very happy with him at the time. So
Well, I mean,
Can I tell you, I don't remember.
I
that.
don't remember. I do remember Rodney Carrington being suggested for the show. I do remember that.
yeah.
That sounds like, because there was a time, and sometimes we've even gotten angry later years, if a comedian would just be honest with us, then we can tell the audience what to expect.
Right.
But if we already know, but we know you're popular and, people have different levels of, what they want to see and don't see. And we tried to walk that line, but we would always tell them ahead of time. But I don't remember anybody other than him that it made them mad. Do you? I mean, but we've given that speech many times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite comedian, Mickey Dean was my favorite comedian.
Yeah.
Boy, he was funny.
Tim Wilson was always
A lot of fun.
so nice. Every time he knew I was coming to one of his shows, he put me at the front.
Yeah.
James Gregory, he was always he was great. Loved him.
Yeah, we've had some great guys come through. Tim was very Greg-like. We
Yes.
we constantly struggled with
Yes.
Tim. He would still drop a word every now and then and claim to us that wasn't that biblically that word was okay. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he would always do his best, but he would come debate in a second.
Yeah.
And the complaint I have is, Rick, you gave me Rod Stewart tickets one time, and I'll never forgive you for that.
I gave them to you.
You gave them to me.
Oh, and you went to Rod Stewart.
I went to Rod Stewart. I'll never forgive you for that.
Yes.
Forgive?
Wasn't a good
That
experience.
is awful.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
terrible.
Was it late, Rod Stewart?
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
It was terrible.
It was sad.
You couldn't give the tickets away. That's why you gave them to me.
Rick and Bubba, Rick